Hello fellow crime fighters, welcome to another round of drafting. My name is Dirty Shoes, and let's dive right into it. I got a Besieged pack open here. There's a Synchromancer. He's pretty decent, and I like Pierce Strider, and it's between these two for me. He's a 3/3 flyer, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and try and get into black. What else do we got? I got past the Phyrexian Revoker. Maybe he can get you out of a pickle or two, but I don't think that the one toughness is viable. Looking at the rest of the pack, of course, here's my best friend, Rusted Slasher. There's a Burn the Impure, but I think the pick here is a Mortar Pod, just because it can turn my guys into extra points of damage and can pick off the one toughness infector guys. Although I am looking at Burn the Impure, I think that I would rather have the equipment here. And it does fit nicely with the Synchromancer. Okay, another pack. Peace Strider is not as good as Pierce Strider, although it is decent. Nothing really here for black, so I might be looking at another color. Quicksilver Geyser is pretty cool. It's a lot of mana, but it can definitely win some games. Copper Carapace makes your guys bigger. I'm kind of afraid of picking up too many equipment. That can usually be a problem. Here I think I'm going to just try Oculus. He fits nicely with Mortar Pod. Another Mortar Pod coming around. There's also Divine Offering in this pack. And no black cards to speak of. These two are last picks at best. Sphere of the Suns is pretty good. But I think having another Mortar Pod is going to be pretty awesome. Okay. Serum Raker. He's pretty sweet. Morbid Plunder would be another pick here. So, you know, actually, I think it is the pick here, just because of the two Mortar Pods. Getting back the guys can be quite a big game. Not quite cemented into blue, but it looks like I am strongly leaning towards black here. Alright. Another Oculus. Feel for the cause. I did draft, three of them in my first draft, and they did come in handy, and it is a nice little trick, but I think I am going to just stick with Oculus and hope to pick up some more removal in the second and third pack. I don't think that that's outside of the realm. Look at me going blue-black again. But who knows, maybe we'll get pushed into red or something here. Just waiting for my next pack. Alright. Friggin' third Quicksilver Geyser coming around. Somebody's going to be quite happy. Mirren Spy can be pretty cool. He definitely is a flyer, so he can deal some damage. Casting an artifact spell to untap target creature. Usually not. I've tried him heavy before. I've picked up a few of them. Yeah. I think I'm gonna just take the Quicksilver Geyser just to have a trick of some kind. I'm looking at the cost sort here. Starting to get heavy on the twos. Rager's a cantrip. None of these other cards are that great. Goblin War Driver is actually pretty good. But I think that I'm just kind of leaning blue-black here, and I think that setting up myself for the next pack by taking the black card. So hopefully the guy to my left will pass me some sweet black cards if he doesn't get any this round. There haven't been many, just Caustic Hounds and Horrifying Revelations. I did see Fingered Marauder. I have played with them. We saw him in the last draft. He wasn't super relevant, but that game was quite the grind. I might just take the big guy here. Although I don't have too many artifacts to solidify his. Or I could just pick up the third Oculus. Quickly. I'm gonna take the big guy here. Maybe he's my game ender or something. He's not the best. I'd rather have a gargoyle or something, but he'll do for now. My best friend, Rusted Slasher. Yeah, I think the way this deck is shaping up, that I'm gonna have a lot of sack outlets. So maybe I'll end up red and get my favorite Furnace Celebration. Dross Ripper. I really don't like cards that you constantly have to dump mana into in order for them to be good, but you know, he can definitely be a beater sometimes. So none of these cards are good, so we'll just take the cost account. Again, none of these cards great, so Concussive Bolt and pick up the second Concussive Bolt. Hey, look, I can deal 8 damage. Concussive Bolt's actually not that bad, but I think with the double Oculus, double Mortar Pod, that I should probably just try and stick blue. Tower of Calamities for when the late game comes and you just need to kill a creature. I'm not going to first pick it. I just don't think it's that great. Plaguesinger is amazing. He can definitely do work. But the Limengrid Drake, huh? I think that there are some obviously better uncommons in this pack than any of the commons. I mean, Origin Spellbomb's decent, but who knows, maybe I end up splashing white. I don't have any mirrors to make him worthwhile, and I'm not going to be picking up Origin Spellbombs. Or at least I don't plan to. So I think I'm going to rip the Golem Artisan. He is quite a good card. Definitely will win some games. I really like Scudder. He's a 3/3 flyer. Can get there. So looks like I'm going some kind of blue-black flying mess. I'm going to try and stay away from Infect, so I will just be passing these Infect cards. Ichor Claw Mirror is quite a good card. And again, a Drake. Maybe he tables. Maybe I end up picking up a couple of those. Alright. Nothing in here really for me. But Palladium Mirror is he's good, and he'll get me into my late game here pretty quick. So I think he is the pick. Dragon of Infestation is great, even in non-infect. But I think I would rather just try to set up and get something big going. Oh man, all my favorite cards. Sylvark Replica, jeez, this late? It's just so good. Razor Hippogriff is also just quite an amazing card. Anything that gets a card back out of your graveyard is just amazing, hence why I picked up the Morbid Plunder. I think I'm going to pick up the Fume Spitter. I could pick up another Palladium Mirror though. I think the Fume Spitter is good, something to Morbid Plunder, because often Morbid Plunder you only have one target for it, and but this will give me a second target if by the time I want to cast Morbid Plunder. Exsanguinate. This is a black fireball as far as I'm concerned. And maybe I can pick up a couple more Palladium Mirrors and just make this card a game ender. There is an Invisimancer, Replica, and a Rebuttal, so there's plenty of picks for me in this pack. But maybe, I don't know, maybe one of those tables. Blister Gobe's a decent sideboard. Moriok Replica, another creature to sacrifice. Don't really have much going on with the sacrificing. I do like a Quarter Shield. It is, giving Vigilance is really cool. Contagious Nim, again, he's a good card, but I'm going to try and steer away from Infect this time around. Blister Gobe though. Blister Gobe will probably table. He's usually not the pick for people. Darksteel Sentinel, Clone Shell, and another Moriok replica are probably my picks in this pack. I'm getting pretty strong signal that white's open with this Origin Spellbomb being here. And I only have 3 blue cards. So maybe that's something to consider. I think I would rather take Clone Shell here. He's just really cool. He works with Golem Artisan and can get him back with Morbid Plunder. Sky Eel School. Pretty easy pick here. This card just cycles and cycles a card and just digs further and further for solutions. So hopefully get something big like a Scrapdiver Serpent coming around again. Here's my pack that I opened, so nothing really good tabled. I think that the card I would like to see least on the field is this Flameborn Hellion, because I don't have a super amount of removal right now. I'm not going to be playing this guy. He's his toughness just doesn't get there for the 7 mana. You have to invest in him. So I think I'm going to take the Saberclaw Golem, and maybe I'll end up splashing red for him. He's definitely worth it. Nothing really great here, so I'll just take the Necrogen Sensor. This I don't want to play against, and Wing Puncture I don't want to play against, and I'll just be a jerk and pass that to somebody. So blue's shaping up a little bit more for me. This Sky Eel School is a pretty good card. But hopefully here comes some big red dragon that I need to shift into red for. Costican's probably not making the cut. But who knows. Ooh. Hey, Vernal Celebration. So, I'm going to show all here and color sort and just see what kind of red I have. Nothing great, and then I do have this Saberclaw Golem as well. Oh. And, Ambersmith is good. But, you know, I really like Livewire Lash. It just turns their removal into damage, can kill creatures and stuff. And maybe I'll pick up some cool pump spell, or I guess there's nothing really in black-blue that will do that. Okay, next pack here. So, I am getting pretty heavy on the artifacts, so Rusted Relics, probably not too bad. But there's another Sky Eel School. I think that I'm going to go for that. And at this point, I think I have a lot of creatures. Ooh, Painsmith. And Instill Infection. Pretty interesting. Bonds of Quicksilver just, you know, as you saw in Draft 1, it didn't perform to the best. I believe I only sideboarded it though, so. I'm gonna take Painsmith here. Another Bonds. Here's a Disperse. I really like this card, so I think I'm gonna just stick with that. Darksteel Mirror, I don't really have anything for him. I can sack him with Mortar Pod or Livewire Lash. On him is not bad, but Indestructible is, you know, 25% chance that it's going to be completely useless, just like Regenerate because of Infectors. I think Disperse is probably the best pick here. Not ending up with as much removal as I would like, but that just could be because of my color selection. But I think that this deck is actually pretty decent, as there are plenty of flying beaters, basically. Man, I can just cycle. It feels like that at this point I have tons of ways to draw cards. So I don't know if Riddlesmith is very good for me. Barb Battle Gear is a pretty decent card. It's a lot of mana to get onto the field and to equip. It's a 5. But, you know, on a Sangromancer, it could be good. On a Sky Eel School, it could be good. Even on Dross Ripper, it's not that bad. I think there are plenty of reasons to take this card in my deck, just to make my guides that much more of a problem. Wow, Glimmerpoint Stag this late. Man, I love this card. I really haven't picked up any good white cards. I would consider just trying to splash him, but I think it's a little too greedy. So, Leadenmere taking on Color Mirror, why not? Nothing super coming around. Chrome Steed, I got plenty of artifacts, so and Golem Artisan, so he makes Chrome Steed good. Nothing great here. I could take the Copperline Gorge just because of, just for a little bit of value here. As I took, what, 2 rares, I think? 2 mediocre rares at best. But I think Blister Grub's a decent enough sideboard card that I would take him there. I'm not going to be playing any of these cards, but maybe an Iron Mirror and splash for Saberclaw Golem. Nothing I like here. Might as well take the Spell Bomb just in case I need it. Would I rather not see a Flameborn Hellion? I think at this point I should take the Cropper Steed. Yeah, I'd rather just have more bodies, so make my deck better. Nothing here that is good, so we'll just end up with a couple Dross Hoppers and see 4 Copperhorn Scouts. Oh, jeez. Alright, a lot of cards here to play with. Try and build something a little decent, maybe better than last time around. Obviously not all these cards. I haven't been hiding everything that I don't like. Caustic Hound for one. Kind of wish I did pick up that other Palladium Mirror. Could make my Sanguinate better. And there's just a lot of reasons that I should have picked it up, but I didn't, so whatever. Yeah, Oculus is getting in. Yep, all these blue cards are making it in. So, make my crack pile. He's a maybe. These are no. He's a no. Yes on these guys. Jeez, am I really thinking about running a Caustic Hound? Maybe. It looks like I have plenty of other cards that run over Caustic Hound. You know, Painsmith is just such a beating. I think he really does make this deck. And it looks like I'm probably going to have to end up cutting some cards. I think I'm just going to leave Nil Spellbomb in the sideboard because I have plenty of other cards to make the cut here. Iron Mirror's a maybe. That's yes. So, how much do I like Barbed Battle Gear? Kills an Oculus. Makes my Sky Eel School pretty amazing. Makes my Scotter pretty amazing. Makes Sangromancer pretty amazing. And turns Painsmith on. Alright, we'll do it. I'll try that. I don't think I will be running Necrogen Sensor. I don't have any way to refill it. No proliferation of any kind, so... the only other trick I have is to disperse it back to my hand or Quicksilver Geyser it back to my hand. So, you know, maybe after that. Double Chrome Steeds, not sure on those. I think I would rather have Chrome Steed, though, than Dross Ripper. I'm just not sure about that one. I think Rusted Slasher actually doesn't make the cut here, and Dross Ripper would over Rusted Slasher, just because of his 1 toughness. Makes him pretty bad. Clone Shell. Well, I'll come back to Clone Shell. Golem Artisan for sure. And I can splash. I cannot currently splash Saberclaw Golem, so I don't think I'm going to give him a try. I think it's a little greedy to try and run 3 colors, especially with this many double black, double blues. Well, I guess there are only a few double blues. Okay, so that puts me at 22 cards. This deck was a lot quicker to build than my last one, that's for sure. And so I have plenty of cards that are playable. I don't think Rusted Slasher makes it here. Razorfield Rhino. So how many artifact creatures do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I only have 5. But 10 total artifacts. Not great removal, but I think that my deck is just going to try and go the aggro route. I don't have a lot of forecasting cost drops, but I do have plenty of 5, so maybe Clone Shell doesn't make it. Man, he's such a beating though with Morbid Plunder. Yeah, I think that I want to run Clone Shell here. And I definitely would like to work in Chrome Steed if at all possible. 2 Oculuses, 2 Mortar Pods. Clone Shell and Mortar Pod. Man, that's going to be sweet. There isn't anything though that Clone Shell can really hit to just be the nuts. But all the creatures that I am going to play are just so quality that hopefully that they'll be able to get there. Livewire Lash, on the other hand, yeah, you know, I think that just buffing my guys up, giving them that extra 2 damage, is really going to make a difference in the game. Synchromancer doesn't really have much interaction with my deck other than if they block. Painsmith and Fume Spitter are about the only reasons that Synchromancer might do something. Well, I guess of course I do have Mortar Pod and Livewire Lash, so I guess we'll have to see on that one. I kind of do want to run Cost Account, oddly. But I don't think there's anything I'd like to cut in his favor. I'm looking at Rager right now. I think that all he's basically doing is drawing a card and blocking a dude. So I'm going to give Chrome Steed a shot in this deck, and we'll just see how it goes. That seems fine to me. Hitting blue is a little bit important early on for my deck, and later on. The only 2 double black cards, though. I think I am going to actually favor blue here instead, and give this a try and see what happens. And we'll be back for round 1.